Oh, geez.
Hurry up.
We're going to start like that.
Alright guys, welcome to another Wolf Dick Videos episode. This is another bonus, and on today's bonus episode, we are here atop beautiful Mount Nebo. It's a little windy up here. We're on the Mars HeyBike, or HeyBike Mars 20-inch by 4-inch tire fat bike. This is a foldable compact e-bike is what it is. We're here fixing to do a real-time review for you. Windy. We're gonna do a little bit of road work for you, a little bit of road riding. We're gonna do a little bit of 3Cs, mix it up a little bit, and see what this thing has to offer, man. Let's get out of here.
Get off my hand!
My loves. Let's turn the sucker on and see what kind of damage we can do. All right, so the display's not too bad, even in the sunlight so far. We're gonna go pedal assist, level 1. We'll go level 3. All right, there we go. I'm gonna go back down to 1. We're gonna take this thing on the road a little bit. Woof, wants to just kick on and off. We're gonna take this thing on the road, cruise with it a little bit, kind of feel it out. I'm gonna put this front fork on lockout. All right, so one thing I'm digging about the bike already, a lot of times with e-bikes, since they come from China and wherever else, they're never set in miles per hour. This one here actually has a miles per hour units on it, and that's how it came. So it looks like right at 10 miles an hour. We'll go ahead and shift a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it. So I think we've got a range with pedal assist right about 48 miles. And then without pedal assist, if you want to just go all electric, I think it's right around 37 miles. And if you're wanting to go all electric, you have a max speed of right around 20 miles an hour. And the coolest thing about it, you ready? We got a horn. Hell yeah. So very cool, man. But the bike does feel pretty stable on the road. And this seat is so nice. I mean, you guys remember the suspension seat on the initial impressions video where I actually had some movement? It's got a little bit of movement, but for the most part, it bottoms out. So like right now I'm sitting on the pogo effect, if you will. But that front fork feels nice and tight and just very responsive, you know. It being a 20-inch tire diameter, what's as neat about it is it just feels very nimble, like my reaction time can be really quick and I can just get out of the way of something. So that's cool. Now the hub is a 500-watt hub and it is a little loud. You can hear it actually kicking in. We're gonna go ahead and soften up that front end. Huh? You got a pump on you? Yeah, I got a pump. You need a pump? Yeah, there's Wolfman. Let's get him a pump and then we'll get back to the review, guys. All right. See, it's a little sketchy. I mean, that hub is so on or off. It kind of puts you in the back of your seat a little bit. And right now I'm just on level setting pedal assist level 1, so it's a little much. Now it stops to kick out right around 13 miles an hour. As soon as I get to about 13, I'm in gear 5 right now, starts to kick out. Once we hit the stop sign up here, we're going to go into pedal mode 2, and we're going to see what it tops out as far as speed's concerned. But man, the ride position is very nice, and I love that rack that's on the back right now. I got the camera set up for you guys. I love that rack. Wolfman was using earlier for the camera gear. All right, so this is level 2 pedal assist, accelerating very fast from 0 up to 15 miles an hour. Let me go ahead and gear towards 7th gear. Now this right here is stopping right around 17 miles an hour. I can still feel it wanting to kick in a little bit, and it's pretty smooth at a higher rate of speed, but starting from 0 and a dead point, it just, bam, it kicks on. So a little uncomfortable. You have to really make sure you're set and your hands are on the bars really well. But let's go ahead and keep on cruising down here. I'm gonna turn it back down to level 1. We're talking about this riding position. I was kind of knocking these grips because I was like, man, they just look so funny and they're like fake leather lock on. But dude, they're actually very comfortable. And the brake levers are comfortable as well. There's not a lot of reach there and they feel thick. What's weird is a lot of the times with brake levers, whenever you go to squeeze them, it actually feels like you're going to squeeze the damn lever off, or you're gonna squeeze so hard it's gonna snap. These right here are nice and thick, man. I like that a lot. So again, the display, I'm out in the bright sun, the display is very easy to see. No complaints with it. Let's turn around here. And with these little tires, what's nice with these little bitty tires, I could just do little U-turns like that and still feel really stable. So that's really nice. And as soon as I'm hitting these brakes, I'm pedaling too. Remember, we're at pedal assist level 3, the motor kicks off the hub. That's a 500 watt hub back there. Okay, again, all throttle. We're gonna see what we can get up to speed-wise with it. 24 miles an hour. We do have this setting down here on the stem where we can extend it up for a taller rider, but right now my seats drop completely and so are my handlebars. And you know what's nice is there's no flex up there. And again, I'm all throttle going right at 22 miles an hour. Very comfortable seating position. All right, so I think that's enough of the road stuff. And if I do pedal, 7th gear, I think it's a 28 tooth cog back there. I'm right at 23 miles an hour with a slight incline. So that's about the top speed on this thing, unless I want to really stand up and start pedaling. But guys, let's take this thing on some dirt and let's see what we can do. All right, guys, let's take this thing on the dirt and see what she can do. I'm at pedal level 3. The fork is wide open, so we've got full 70 millimeters of travel. Okay. Now handle that climb really well, and I'm in 7th gear. So let me go ahead and turn this down a little bit because we're gonna be killing it out here. A little rattly up front. Everything should be tight on this bike. I don't know what's making a noise. Maybe the light bouncing off of the fender flare. Okay. Now that seat, as I said earlier, it's pretty much bottomed out at this point. It's not like there's any suspension in it. If you're a really light rider, like 90 pounds maybe, you would have a little bit of cushion back there, but otherwise you're just bottomed out the entire time. The fork's doing an okay job of soaking stuff up for the most part. It is a little chattery. Some of that noise might be coming from the stanchions. A little chattery, a little stiff, but it's not terrible. And again, you're not gonna buy this bike for a trail bike. You're just gonna use it for a cruiser for the most part. But yeah, so far, not bad at all. Like I said earlier on the road, my favorite thing with this this bike is it feels so responsive, man. Since the wheels and tires are so small, you're really able to just steer this thing wherever you want to go, and you're going to go there whatever line you pick. And the tires, the Chow Yang, were they 4 inches wide? The Hippo liners, 3 mil thick. They're actually getting some decent grip. I mean, we could take some pressure out of the tires just to really stick on this trail a little bit more, but they're pretty inflated right now. It's probably due to some of the noise, or contributes to some of the noise, but for the most part, like, we could probably air down a little bit and get even better traction. They're not bad, and this is some hard packed stuff. Yeah, so I'm digging that, man. And again, I'm on pedal assist level 1 right now of the 3. We do have the battery display up there, and the battery is still completely full. That's a downside to this bike, as much as if you plan on riding it a whole bunch, it's 6 to 7 hours, man, of charge time. Like, that's a long time to be waiting. But then again, probably not stuff like this. You've got right around 48 miles to ride it on, you know, so that's not a downside there. You got plenty of range, but 6 or 7 hours to get it, you know. Let's go and change up some camera angles for you guys. We're gonna hit a little bit more road. I mean, the dirt's not bad at all. And the brakes, I mean, the brakes are decent, but like I said, I really enjoy these brake levers. They're so thick, and they're actually something to grab onto. It's nice for a folding bike. You would think that they would just try to cheap out a lot of stuff, being so compact and small, but I mean, it feels all right. It's electric. So we've got the HeyBike here, Mars 20-inch bike. Man, this thing was a blast out there.
Was it fun?
It was so much fun. Now, there's a couple of things about this bike that are a little extra. Like this seat here, this is nice. We kind of talked about it, to have that suspension, but unless you're 90 pounds, you're not getting any sort of suspension out of this.
I disagree.
Really?
I disagree.
Wolfman rode it.
I rode it, and I'm pushing 300, buddy.
Bull. The seat is damn comfortable, but I think Wolfman's feeling a lot of padding in the seat, not so much the suspension. The travel up front, for what it is, I mean, you've got an exposed stanchion of 70 millimeters. The travel is actually nice, and given that it's such a little bitty wheelbase and just a little bitty fork and little wheels, you can actually feel the trails out there, and that fork is actually doing some work. So it is nice to have the preload adjustment and the lockout. The lockout works good, but really you don't need the lockout. You just keep this thing open full blast, you know. Something that that also I was happy to note was there's no flex up here, you know. I mean, you've got a tube sitting within a tube, sitting within right this area here to actually fold it, right? I figured them out since the initial impressions video. So what's nice with that is there's no flex, surprisingly, you know? And this right here, you can't tell, for all you guys out there, I've never ridden the folding bike or a folding e-bike, but they're kind of questioning it because of the overall feel. I didn't even know this thing was a folding bike. There's no difference between this and a regular framed bike, so that is nice.
The way, at least on green trails.
Yeah, at least on green trails and on the road, there's really no difference there. But the only negatives I would say that with this bike are the charge time that we talked about, having the 6 to 7 hour charge time, and the hub is very loud, and the hub is pretty much on or off. Like, you were telling me, hey, be careful when you go to take off. And man, I went to set on this thing like that with my foot on the pedal. As soon as it went to gun it, I mean, it put me back in my seat a little bit, you know? Good thing I've got a decent grip, but other than that, man, the hub being a little bit loud, I'm really impressed with this bike. The battery still shows
the power
full.
delivery is definitely not smooth with this bike.
Although it's a brushless motor, it seems like it's either on or off. And we have a total of 6.3 miles both on and off road on this now, and the battery level is still at 100% full. So I mean, that's pretty impressive. You know, could we possibly get the full 48 mile approximate that it says you can? I don't know. You know, I don't know. Maybe we should do a long-term review on this thing and all of our other e-bikes. But guys, if you guys enjoyed the review, please give this video a thumbs up, big old like. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell on. And again, man, what's not to like? This was an extra bonus video. So, HeyBike, thank you guys for sending this bike. And guys, if you're interested in getting this bike for yourselves or maybe somebody else,
more information,
any more information that we didn't provide for you, go down to the description and feel free to click on the link and check it out, man. But we will see you guys on the next one. I love it.